two in for good measure. Well, we got flame.
Whatever.
Well, I've been telling you folks, I have been looking forward to a really cold camping trip with this new rooftop tent setup, and I think I finally got it. So I couldn't go last weekend when it got down into the single digits, but this weekend we are already below freezing right now, and it is 3 o'clock. We're around 29 degrees, and it's gonna get down into the teens tonight, but looks can be deceiving because it is incredibly sunny, but incredibly windy and very, very cold. I've got my tent set up already. I didn't figure I would take you guys through the hassle of watching me set that thing up again, but this video is actually coming to you on accident because this was meant to be a family camping trip with the RV, but I didn't want to get the RV out while it's still pretty much winterized and in storage. So we probably won't get that thing out until March. So I had this weekend booked for this site, one of my most favorite sites of all because of what's behind me. Right on the water, tons of trails around us. It would have been great for the kids, but it's a little cold for them. So I've got the truck set up already, and I got quite a few fun things to show you guys on this video, and I'm hoping that the wind's not going to kind of ruin all of it. First, I want to show you folks kind of how big this tent is while it's light outside, because it's kind of hard to tell. So you will also notice I'm running my space heater this trip, and that is because I'm doing quite a few mods on my diesel heater. I got a tire step, I'm drilling out holes, I'm putting in new piping, so I'm gonna make a video and show you folks everything that I'm doing to my diesel heater. So I just brought my space heater. So I'm hoping this 1500 watt space heater is gonna keep me warm. It really should, especially with this insulation kit after I did that testing last weekend. But I've only got it on low setting right now. And I did buy an extra 1-inch thick foam pad. And so far it has made all the difference in the world. But to give you a size comparison, I bought a full foam pad, and it fit absolutely perfect. I didn't have to do any cutting, front to back, side to side. So this essentially in here is a full-size bed that I've got. And I'm gonna throw a thermometer up there so we can kind of monitor. Whew, my hands are already frozen. And it's only 3 o'clock. So it's Friday. I don't ever camp on Fridays. I'm always out here on Thursdays, but there's not a lot of people out here because I don't think a lot of people really want to camp when it's this cold. But the other thing I wanted to show you that I really hope I get to use tonight is I finally had enough time and the weather cooperated enough for me to put my awning up. So this is the Benehike awning. And what's awesome about this awning is that it's not that zip up bag, floppy bag, because nobody likes floppy things, right? So this is aluminum, and it's sturdy. Now I will say FedEx did quite a number on it. I had some damage here on the end. There was a little hole knocked out that I put some Gorilla Tape on, and one of the straps actually broke that actually hold this together. So luckily I contacted Benehike, and they're sending me a new end cap and a new clamp. It's no fault of theirs. The package was pretty beat up from FedEx when I got it. I've had it for about 4 weeks now. I just haven't been able to put it on, but I'm really hoping I get to show you folks how this works. I'm gonna have to put some really heavy duty guy lines out if I can find an area to put them out. But I've got a really good vision for this episode utilizing this awning. Of course, I don't need it in the winter. They're mainly for blocking out the sun and whatnot, but I really want to get that out and show you. So I'm hoping the wind's gonna die down just a hair. And now that I got that thing set up, I think I'm gonna change clothes into something way more warmer than this, because it's, like I said, it's already below freezing, and it's just gonna keep getting colder and colder. And this is the worst part, taking this off. So I've got thermals on, jeans. Now I'm putting these on, insulated coveralls. And this always makes me think, like when people up north watch these videos and I'm complaining about the cold. Folks, we're not, our blood's doesn't have the right chemistry down here in the south for this cold. I can camp in 110 degree heat, but it gets below freezing and it gets cold. It reminds me of when Quady came to pick up my my camper shell. It was around 80 degrees and he was sweating, he was dripping wet. It was hot for him. It was a nice, cool, brisk day for me sitting at 80. You know, those guys up north, what's wrong with my zipper? They can handle this this cold. Now I still prefer the cold over 110 degree any day, but it's cold. All right, well, this should keep me warm enough, but before you folks click away onto another video, I got one more surprise to show you that you're really gonna dig. So this is my own personal Bluetti AC 180. It is beat to heck. It's got all kinds of scrapes and scars. I've used it for quite a while. And out of the blue, honest to goodness, Bluetti sent me an email 2 nights ago and just said, hey, you want to give one of these things away? I said, well, what's the catch? And there's literally no strings attached to this whatsoever, guys. Bluetti is just giving one away. The video doesn't have to reach a certain point, and this is in my way, but I just thought that was pretty cool. So, and this is a really good power station, guys. It's got the 1800 watt inverter, almost 1100 watt hours lithium iron phosphate, 4 outlets, all your USB ports, your car charging socket, wireless charging pad up top, Bluetooth. You can connect it through your phone on an app. It's a good solid power station. It's not huge, but it's not a tiny dinky little power station, so there's nothing to it. If you watch this video and you leave a comment, Bluetti is going to ship this to you themselves, not even me. So all I've got to do is contact you and get an address, and I give it to Bluetti, and they don't contact you whatsoever. They just ship it to you. I made sure that was one of the requirements. I don't want them, you know, sending you a bunch of emails and whatnot. So they just said, hey, just give one away in your video. I said, yes, ma'am. Thank you. Guys, all you got to do is leave a comment. The only rule is hashtag Bluetti down below. And in 2 weeks, I'll pick a random comment. And if I can get a hold of you, I'm going to tell Bluetti who won and give them the address, and they're going to ship one of these guys straight to you absolutely free. So thanks so much to Bluetti, guys. I mean, I love Bluetti power stations. I got quite a few, so I was a bit shocked when I read that email. I figured there would be some kind of strings attached to it, but there really is none. So enjoy. Probably a bad idea with the wind. So I really want to do this. Just like that, got an awning. My hands work so much better when they're not frozen. Boom. That is so sweet. And it's actually pretty sturdy right now, even without guy lines on it. So that's pretty cool. So these came with this canopy, and I might have to make my own. I don't know if these are going to be long enough to get through or to get down to that stake. We're going to try. Oh, I think I'm going to have enough room here. Ow! Oh, everything hurts when it's cold. So all I did, these are those little 3-hole just guy lines. Really simple. You can get much better ones. But I just attached, or I tied up a bowline knot on this end, and I'm just running it through up here on these corners. This is the one I'm worried about not reaching. And we reach. Oh, this makes me happy because I've got some lights to hang up. I got a lantern I want to try. Sweet. Brought a couple of tables, one for my buddy heater. This feels awesome. This is actually the first time I've sat underneath it. Yeah, I don't need it tonight, but it's pretty cool to have up there. Be great this summer. All right, heater table. Dinner table. I really like these LED string lights. They've got like a paracord cord on it. They're really nice, and you can connect them. So I bought another strand of it specifically for this awning, and they just plug in with a little barrel connector. I'd say that's about perfect, guys. Now I just gotta wait for it to get dark and enjoy the setup. So I'm a little bit surprised that there's still ice on the shoreline, which is so unnormal for Texas. But that's just hanging off a tree, icicle. And there's ice all on these floating reeds coming up here against the shoreline. So I don't know how much of this lake actually froze. Obviously not the whole lake, but I don't know if it was, you know, a few feet out, but I'm highly surprised to see all of this ice here on the shore. And it is so cold down here by the water. I didn't bring any firewood tonight. I know it's a terrible mistake, but I knew the fire pit was way down there and I wouldn't be hanging out down there with it being this cold. So I just brought my little mini fire pit. It'll warm up my hands, I hope. Save a little bit for later, maybe. Two in for good measure. All right. Now it's going. That feels good. There's just something about watching a fire. I don't know. It's what's the word? Hypnotizing. This tiny little fire pit definitely puts out some pretty good heat. Whew. Hands are absolutely frozen. Oh, this is fun. I much prefer this over heat. I love it. But I'm just kind of sitting around here waiting to cook dinner, and wanted to show you folks what I picked up, because I like to kind of show you new little gadgets that I get that I like personally. And I love my lights. I think everybody knows that by now. But I've got this, picked up this Nitecore EDC27, and it might be one of my new favorite lights. I used to always carry the Olight Arcfeld, and I still love that light. I've got too many that I want to admit, but this light, this is just a sweet. I know it's been around for a while, but I finally pulled the trigger on it, and I'm glad I did, because it's really slick, guys. Look how thin that is. 3,000 lumens, and what I really like about it, let me see if I can get it in focus. When you hit this top button, it'll give you the lumens and the amount of runtime that you have left, and you can keep going through different lumen levels, and it'll tell you like 3 hours and 47 minutes. 1,000 lumens, I got 1 hour 34 minutes. 15 lumens, I got 36 hours 52 lumens. It's just pretty slick. And then this button here on the top is called your turbo mode, so just a half click, and that's going to give you 3,000 lumens. And then if you hold it, press it hard, it gives you a weird strobe. But I just thought this was a really, really sweet little light, and I wanted to show you folks in case, I don't know, in case you've been thinking about getting it. I love the flat lights now. and just the fact that I can just single click this tail cap to get me 3,000 lumens. And when you just put it in your pocket, you can't even feel it's there. And these coveralls have a perfect little slot for it that I found. But it's a pretty sweet little light. So I don't know where that came from. I kind of like to show you folks cool things that I use that I enjoy using that I think are nice. So I know Nitecore's got a bunch of good stuff, but this is my first Nitecore. But I do like it. I think it's a good little light. So I think we're getting close to dinner time. My coals are burning down and I don't want to go through all my wood chips just yet, because it's going to get cold as soon as that sun goes down. But I'm totally enjoying this awning. It just kind of makes you feel like you have a separate room outside. I like it. My biggest fear using this Blackstone is the propane tonight. This propane does not do well in the cold, but I've had this in my truck, so I'm hoping that it's going to be warm enough just to get my chicken and hot links cooked up. Let's hope. All right. Well, we got flame. And I do have this sitting up on a couple of 2x4s, and obviously you guys can see I do have my fire extinguisher here, just in the event that I do something really stupid. Luckily, my avocado oil did not freeze up on me. Did I speak too soon? I'm trying this Weber flavor burger bomb. It's actually for burger seasoning, but it's a really good seasoning. I'm going to throw on these potatoes. All right, to finish this meal off, guess I'm hungry. Some Earl Campbell's hot links with cheddar. I think that's a wrap. Way more food than I'll ever be able to eat, but that's all right. I'm real excited about these potatoes. All right, guys, so we got grilled chicken, hot links, some type of grilled potatoes. And I almost forgot, I got one of those new Olipop, so tonight we're gonna try the cream soda. Last time was grape, which was absolutely fantastic. as I warm my hands up so I can use silverware. Let's give this a try, see how good this one is. It's good. It's actually really good. Grape is still my favorite. Yes. Medium. We need high. All right. Tangy barbecue sauce from McDonald's for the win. Let's try one of these hot links first. Ooh. Cheese just squirts out of it. So you got to eat so fast. It gets so cold. These hot links are good. This awning's holding up really well in this wind. It might be hard to tell it's windy, but it's not moving an inch, and it's windy. My buddy heater's having a hard time getting going. Well guys, I got dinner cleaned up. Got my buddy heater over here because the wind was blowing. Kept blowing it out. And for the first time in my life, I'm gonna try some hot tea. Compliments of my wife, so if it's not good, I'm gonna blame her. But this thing is, it feels good. Got my new oil lantern hanging up, which I'm a huge fan. I'm definitely gonna get some more of those oil lamps because I just love the light that those true flames put out. Yeah, it just feels cool. It's so hot I can't even taste it. I'll have to let it cool down a little bit, but it feels good just holding this mug. With it being so cold out here, that was a pretty good idea that she had. Got to give her props for that. Well, gang, believe it or not, it is much darker than what that thing is putting out, but I think I got to put this awning up tonight because I for darn sure don't want to do it in the morning when it's 19 degrees. So I think I'm going to finish my my nice hot tea here and get these lights taken down, at least off the awning, get that thing rolled up, and then I'll see you folks in the tent. Well, the chores are done. I got the awning put in. Honestly, it didn't take as long as I thought it would, which is why I didn't film it, because this is the first time I've tried to do it really in the dark, but it went really smooth. So we're good there. And now it is time to crawl up in that cozy, warm tent. Well, got that cover all taken off. It is 94 degrees in here now. I had to cut that heater off because it was baking in here, guys. Like I couldn't deal with it. I was thinking I was gonna have to vent some air, but it is so warm and toasty in here. Like, you would not believe. I can't believe that I was freezing most of the day just right outside this little wall right here. So I don't know if it's just the insulation kit, or if it's the tent, or if it's the diesel heater and the electric heater that just does a great job in this little space. But either way, I don't care what it is. It's warm in here and it feels good. And this electric blanket feels great. And I can tell you already, with just me testing it out on my side, having this extra padding underneath the mattress that came with the tent is going to be so much better tonight. My hips aren't going to wake up feeling like someone hit them with a sledgehammer. That is so bright. Is that better? That might be better. It's hard to tell. But so here's setup. I've got my power station. I've got my dessert for tonight: banana, peanut butter, and chocolate chips. That's going to be my movie time snack. My heater obviously set up that I have completely cut off, and it's dropping pretty quick. It's 92 degrees in here now, so it's getting cool in here. I'll have to cut it back on here pretty soon. This is it. You guys have seen this one before, so gang, I'm gonna get my movies going, cut up my little banana, and I'll see you folks in the morning. So it's gonna be a cold one in the morning. 19 degrees, I think, is what they're calling for. So folks, we'll see you in the morning. Take care. Well, good morning. 17 degrees outside. So it's just a bit chilly. It is 74 in here. And it feels pretty good. I actually turned my electric blanket down. This thing was a lifesaver. I didn't even use a sleeping bag last night. So this heated blanket works really well, but my heater's not on right now. It got hot in the middle of the night. I had to turn it down. I think it got up to over 80 in here. It'll probably kick on here in a second because it cycles on and off. It's got a thermometer. Jeez. Whatever. The good news is that it's not windy at all. I can hear a pin drop outside right now, so that's gonna make putting this tent down a whole lot easier than it was last time with all that wind, because that's what That's what makes it bad, I think. It's just that wind biting into you. All right, gang, well, I'm gonna get my clothes put on because it's gonna be cold outside, so I'm gonna get bundled up before I head out, and we'll meet you outside. It's chilly. All right, I didn't mean to keep this power station outside all night long, so hopefully they'll make me some coffee. While we wait for that to brew, sun is starting to poke its head up. This is one of the reasons I like this site so much, is in the morning that sun comes right up there and it just looks awesome. A little bit early right now though, but you can kind of see some color behind me. And guys, don't forget to leave a comment for this AC 180. Alright, gang, well, I think that's another one in the books for the channel. So just gonna let that coffee finish steeping for a few minutes and I'm gonna head out. My fingers are starting to stop working, but that sun's poked up just a little bit more since we came down here this morning. If you guys will look at it, absolutely beautiful from this site. But anyway, gang, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. So thanks so much for tuning in and watching. And as I can't talk because my mouth doesn't work right now. But guys, again, thanks for watching, and we will see you again next week. So take care, stay tuned.